Hey guys, welcome back to the Struggleville YouTube channel. I have another tools of the trade video for you, another shipping type video. And in this video, I want to talk about a shipping scale. Now, this is the first shipping scale I bought when I started reselling 10 years ago. It's not a scale they sell anymore, but there are a lot of great options for shipping scales. And I just want to go over a few things that you want to look for when buying this scale. And I mean, if you're going to be a reseller, it is essential to have a shipping scale, because if you don't, you're either going to the post office to try to ask them to weigh items for you, or you're relying strictly on flat rate boxes. And a lot of times the flat rate boxes or the flat rate envelopes aren't your best way to go. If you have maybe a shirt that weighs 8 ounces, that's going to cost you $2.75 to ship. You don't want to pay the $5.70 for a padded flat rate envelope. So it's really important to know what your items weigh. You have to have it if you're a serious reseller. Even if you're just going to do it occasionally, you will definitely make your money back quickly. I do have 2 shipping scales, but this is the one I use the most. It goes up to about 56 pounds, and the weight limit really depends on what you plan to do for it. This one going over 50 pounds is nice if you sell Amazon FBA, because their box weight limit is 50 pounds. The problem is it is very hard to weigh a 50-pound item on a scale this small. So one of the things that would make it easier, and one thing that you might want to consider when looking at what scale to buy, is if it has a remote display. Some of them have a plug-in, and then the display screen can be moved over so it's not directly under where the box is. Because when I have a box sitting on this, I have to slide my hand under here and hit this little hold button. The hold button holds whatever current weight is displayed on the screen. And it's kind of difficult for bigger boxes. But for your typical box, for your typical priority mailbox you would get from the post office, something that would fit in a poly mailer, that smaller stuff, this works great. It works just fine. Also, it has a port in the back where you can plug it into a wall outlet, and that's not essential. If you find one that doesn't have that, don't really worry about it, because I think I've only changed the batteries in this thing like 4 times, and I've weighed tens of thousands of items on it. So the batteries last a long time. It's not a huge deal if you don't get a power cord with the one you're looking at. But another important factor is to make sure it reads in ounces. My other scale that I have, that I use mostly for FBA stuff because it has a higher weight limit and it's a little easier to use for that stuff, it doesn't do ounces. It does tenths of a pound. And I'm sure there's a way to convert that, but it's difficult. And so anything going first class mail, I really can't use that other scale. So make sure whatever scale you're looking at has ounces. If you can and you plan on shipping bigger items, look for a remote screen. Also the power cord you may want. So this scale, like I said, is at least 10 years old. They don't sell it anymore. I did do some research on some different scales, and I will put a link in the description below to a scale that I recommend that should do everything you need it to do. And if you like, you guys can go through that to pick up a shipping scale. So thanks for watching, guys, and make sure to check out the shipping resale tools of the trade, I'll get to it eventually, playlist for more tools that I use when I'm shipping my items. Thanks for watching, guys.